Fellas, so the time is 7:11 a.m. I hope all is well. I just touched down to the place where I get my taxes done at. So I got a little bit of time to kill, so I figured we talk a little bit. As you noticed from the thumbnail, I did receive a bad review. Guys, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You can't please everybody. It's just not possible. So for this video, guys, I will be walking around a little bit just so I can stay away from those cars that's next to the main street. But back to the business. You can't please everybody, guys. You cannot please everybody. So I'll give you the backstory on how I found this client and kind of how everything worked out. So I previously known the guy before starting my business, and he contacted me on cutting his grass. I told him, hey man, no problem. I'll go over there, I'll take a look at it. I'll text you a price. If you approve on it, then we can go ahead and move forward. He said, cool. So I went to take a look at it. I texted him a price and I cut the property. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Anybody that's been following me, you guys know how I am when it comes to these hills. I'm very particular on what kind of property that I choose. And now that I'm starting to get more clients and really scale up, I'm gonna be even more particular on what kind of yards that I take on. And as you start moving up the food chain, you'll understand what I mean by that. So after I finished the yard, I sent them a text. I said, hey man, I have you finished up. Everything's good to go. Once you get home, please let me know what you think. I say that to all my clients. Reason being, just because if something is out of place or if they want something to be a little bit more tighter, we can correct that. You know, we can work on it as we go for the next coming cuts. I always do that. If it's anything out of place, please let me know so we can correct it moving forward and it won't be an issue again. So that's one thing that I really try to push. And he said, hey Chris, the yard looks fantastic. It looks good, man, yada, yada, yada. I said, okay, cool, thanks, man. And it came around to the second cut. I didn't want to cut it. I didn't want to cut it. Respectfully, I told the guy that this yard was just too much for me. It was too big. I didn't like the obstacles. I didn't like the hills. It just wasn't safe for me. For my equipment, it just wasn't a fit. It wasn't my ideal type of yard. If I have to face a lot of hills and stuff like that, I'm just not down with it. And the grass was extremely soft, guys. It was real soft. It was it really wasn't grass. It was like that moss. You know, when that moss grow, it's real soft. So, and just for me and those hills turning around and stuff, it just wasn't a fit for me. So respectfully, I told him that this job wasn't for me. And guys, he didn't like that. He didn't like that. It was interesting to me because during the time, he didn't say anything to me about it. He didn't say that it was a problem that I let him go. He didn't say anything until I made a post on my marketing. So the whole point of this video, guys, is do not get discouraged. You can't please everybody. If you have 100 clients and you do the job right 99 times, and that one time you don't do the job right, that's what people is gonna remember. And that's the unfortunate thing about it. That's the unfortunate thing about it, guys. People don't remember what you do right, they remember what you do wrong. I'll give you another example. Think about it like this. Anytime you're on the highway and you see those trucks that say, how's my driving? Or call about my driving or something like that, how often do you think people actually call when those guys are driving good versus how many calls they get when they're driving bad? You just have to think about it like that. You cannot please everybody. You cannot please everybody. Don't get discouraged if something doesn't work out between you and the client. At the end of the day, the business is yours. So you need to make sure that you adapt and implement systems that's gonna benefit you and your business. You cannot please everybody. So, hey, for those one bad reviews that you get, just keep on moving, man. Tell them like, hey, look, I appreciate your business. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to reach your expectations, but I think we ought to just cut ties here. It's a couple people I've done that with. People that want to call me once a month to have the grass cut. Hey, I appreciate your business, but I'm not the guy for you. I'm looking to build something consistent. And those guys is calling you once a month. You can't build anything consistent off of that. So I don't deal with them no more. I just don't. Honestly, guys, that's the first bad review that I've received so far in business. I got a shit ton of good reviews, but that's the first bad one that I have received. So it just comes with doing business, man. If you do good work, it'll show for itself. Anybody in the city and anybody that know me know how certified my work is and how good my work is. I might not be the biggest company out here or the biggest guy, but I guarantee you one thing. I can cut circles around some of these bigger companies that's in my own city just because my work is so good. It shows for itself. And I have reviews and comments that backs that up. So guys, don't get discouraged. Do not get discouraged. If you get a bad review from one of your clients, or one of your clients are not happy with the work, sit down and say, hey, how can we fix it? If you want to continue with that client. But like with this guy, I cut that yard that one time and I decided I didn't want to do it again. You know, I decided I didn't want to do it again. I didn't have any problem getting the money from him or nothing like that. It's not like I tried to shortcut on the yard or miss out on certain places. I don't do that. I don't do that. Just because I'm not that kind of person. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right, you know, because I ain't gonna be able to sleep at night if I don't. So it's not like I cut his yard any less that I would cut any of my other clients. It was just a big yard, man, and I just didn't want to handle it. I didn't want to handle it. So you got to take control of your business, man. You got to figure out which direction you want to go. You run your business. Don't let people run you. Stay busy, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. I got some good stuff coming up, man. Good stuff. So stay on the lookout. Now I need to figure out what's going on with these taxes because it's 7:30 and there's nobody here yet. I knocked on the door and everything. And guys, I could have sworn they told me 7 a.m. Not unless it was 7 p.m. But I'm pretty sure the time was 7 a.m. because that's what's in my notes. But we're going to see.
Feel this brand new ride. Take your helmet off in outer space. Use a clothes dryer as a hiding place. Don't waste